The house settled around her, a familiar chorus of groans and sighs in the dead of night. Alex, wrapped in a blanket on the sofa, paused her movie. A faint scratching sound drifted from upstairs, barely there, like a mouse skittering behind a wall. She listened for a moment, head tilted. Nothing. Shrugging it off as just the old house being an old house, she pressed play, letting the film's soundtrack swallow the silence. But a seed of unease had been planted, a tiny nagging question mark in the quiet comfort of her home. The next few days were a series of small, unsettling riddles. A novel she was reading, left face down on the nightstand, was now closed on the dresser. The last of her favorite cookies, which she was saving, had vanished from the jar. It was strange, but easily explained away. She was just being forgetful, overworked, and tired. The sounds, however, became harder to ignore. They weren't just scratches anymore. They were soft, deliberate thumps, like quiet footsteps pacing in the void above her bedroom ceiling. Each night, she'd lie in bed, straining her ears, trying to convince herself it was just the wind or the pipes. But the rhythm was too steady, too human. One night, sleep was shattered by a loud, definitive thud directly from the attic. It wasn't a creak or a scratch, it was the sound of something heavy falling. Her heart hammered against her ribs, a frantic drum beat in the suffocating silence. This was not the house settling. This was not the wind. With trembling hands, she grabbed her phone from the nightstand and dialed 911, her voice a choked whisper as she explained the situation. As she stayed on the line with the dispatcher, her eyes were locked on the square hatch to the attic set in the hallway ceiling. Then, with an agonizingly slow creak that echoed her own terror, the hatch began to push open from above. From her perspective, the phone still pressed to her ear, the view was fixed on the growing sliver of blackness. The dispatcher's voice faded into a distant buzz as a profound, bone-deep cold washed over her. The opening widened, revealing nothing but impenetrable shadow. And in that moment, she understood the chilling truth that had been unfolding around her, just out of sight. Someone had not just been in her house, they had been living there, sharing her space and her silence for months, a ghost in her own home.